respected chief guest of today, Sri Dinesh Kamarji, National Vice President, Samskrita Bharati, New Delhi, and respected Dean School of Humanities and Director Culture and Cultural Relations, Pondicherry University, Professor Clement Lourdes, and Head of the Department, Professor J. Krishnan, and all the faculty members of the Department of Sanskrit, and all the deans of the schools, and the faculty members from other department. And I could see our control of examinations also as graced this occasion. And I could see the director, DDE, and then director of physical education and sports, all the faculty members, and I could see Swami Muktanandji also has agreed to grace the occasion. So I visited this Vedic Vidya Kendra recently. So I request all the members also to visit this because it has come out very well near to our campus, and we are taking many help from them also. So I could see other the Sanskrit scholars from other institute who are in the Pondicherry. And for everyone, good morning everyone. So it is indeed a great pleasure for me the part of this Sanskrit Day celebrations. And if you take the reasons for the mainly for the students who are Sanskrit scholars, so what is the reason for the celebration of this Sanskrit Day? So they may be wondering, this August 19 generally we celebrate as the Sanskrit Day, but we are celebrating today. Every year we are celebrating. I could see the Sanskrit department is celebrating this. And if you see the importance of the Sanskrit, so there are many Sanskrit scholars here, and especially for the students who are nowadays hesitant to take the Sanskrit course, because we are trying our level best to increase the number of students, and I also take the help of Professor J. Krishnan to, in fact, if you don't have the regular students, at least spread the knowledge of the Sanskrit to at least as a soft core. That's why I could see there are many students, they are very much interested to take the help of or to take the knowledge of Sanskrit in our campus. So the especially reason the students must know that our Sanskrit language is one of the oldest languages, more than 6,000 years heritage. And now, as you know, India is going through the transition of understanding the importance of Bharat language system, Bharat knowledge system, otherwise Indian knowledge system. So where Sanskrit should play a major role, because they have a rich heritage and rich culture. There are many texts which are one of the oldest texts we have in Sanskrit. So the Sanskrit scholars also have the moral duty also to spread these knowledges to other parts of the world also. So if you take the Sanskrit, you could see their heritage is very long. As I told you, it is more than 6,000 years old text we have. So I just want to share the students the importance of Sanskrit, how old it is. That's why I thought I can share to the students, the Sanskrit students. I was in Japan for 2 years. You may wonder, I don't know how many of you know, Japanese still follow this Sanskrit when it comes to rituals, because as you know, Sanskrit is known for Hinduism and then Buddhism and Jainism. Since the Japanese followed Buddhism more, even though today they don't, there are majority of the Japanese, don't feel that there is a God. So they feel most of them are atheist. But still, when it comes to rituals, they follow Sanskrit slogans only. And even in the if you take the tombs, or if you go to the that is end of the life, they always use Sanskrit slogas in their final rituals. So that is the heritage. Maybe the Buddhism was the reason to for the reason where still Sanskrit is followed in the rituals of the Japanese culture. So another interesting thing, I don't know, the students, new students, they may not know, the Sanskrit, the language is most influenced in Japan language. In fact, their language development, their alphabets, everything, they took from the Sanskrit language only. They call it as Kana. Then they have a two system of language, same pronunciation. For males, they use katakana. For females, they use hirakana. So whenever they write any letters, the pronunciation. For females, they use different alphabets. For males, they use different alphabets. By seeing the text itself, you can easily understand who is the author of that particular language. So they call it as commonly Kana, that all these alphabets, they took it from the Sanskrit only. So you can understand how old our Sanskrit language, how much basic it is the culture of the Japan also. And in fact, I understand that there is a Siddham scripts in Sanskrit. We don't follow here the Siddham scripts, right, sir? We don't follow the Siddham scripts. But still, in Japan, they follow the Siddham scripts. It is the oldest scripts in Sanskrit. They follow this in Siddham scripts, and also some of the Chinese characters, which is not still followed in the China, they follow there in Japan. So most of whenever they write in these Siddham scripts in Sanskrit, they put it in the home and they pray still. They respect high whenever that Siddham scripts written in the home. They still follow this, and then they give the devotional respect to that Siddham scripts. So you can understand the importance of the Sanskrit language. And you could see even the Siddham scripts in tombs also there. And one of the oldest tomb is Kokokuji tomb. So it is also there in this Sanskrit language. So they consider as I told you, Siddham scripts are one of the holiest scripts. They respect their scripts, they pray their scripts. Then you can understand the importance, like the way we give the vibrations of our Sanskrit scripts. Same thing they also understood, and still they respect this. Still today they are respecting well. So the language, especially the students, they may be wondering what is the reason for celebrating this. The language takes care of the heritage and takes the next generation what is the heritage we followed and how old it is. And when as I told you, in the present context, so when we are reinventing India and reinventing our tradition, reinventing our Bharatiya knowledge system, so Sanskrit is going to definitely play a major role. So whatever the education system we follow today for the sake of the job. So it is from the Western culture. So Western education system. So when we are going towards the national education policy based on the Indian knowledge system, so definitely Sanskrit is going to play a major role. Their knowledge system will be very useful for reinventing India. The way in which for Europeans, the Italian Renaissance, during Italian Renaissance, they take the Egyptians knowledge and then into the new Europe, including Italy, France, and UK. They reinvented in the year 13th and 14th century. That's where they got the confidence, and they thought that their culture was the one of the best. So because of this only, they try to spread their knowledge, try to invade other countries in 13 and 14, 15 centuries. So that's where they reached our India also. So same thing I feel now. We are now trying to understand what is our origin, what was our origin, and what is the knowledge we had. Even though we are following today's knowledge from Western origin, but still, so we are trying to search, and based on the national education policy, when we go for the mother tongue based knowledge, so definitely there are more duty we have. Every mother tongue, we have to find out how our Indian knowledge system is useful today. So in this, Sanskrit also should play a major role, and this is going to be very useful for our Indian for our central government scheme Vikshit Bharat 2047. So in this aspect only, I thought the students should understand the celebrations like the Sanskrit Day celebrations will be very useful for us to understand. So what is our heritage, culture, what are our duties if you want to make the developed India. So I thought I will share this information with our student. Thank you for the Sanskrit department for inviting me this function. Thank you, one and all.
धन्यवादम् अर्पयामि। अनुभूतज्ञानात् भारतीयज्ञानपरम्परायाः आधारे संस्कृतस्य महत्त्वं सम्यक्तया प्रतिपादितवन्तः। Now I request for facilitation address our Dean and Director, sir. They come and facilitate to us.
Respected Vice Chancellor, Professor Tarnikarasu, our Chief Guest of today, Sri Dinesh Kamath, National Vice President, Samskrita Bharati, New Delhi, Head of the Department of Sanskrit, Professor J. Krishnan, Professor Dharnidharan, Dr. Raghavendra, Director of DDE, Dr. Aravind Gupta, our Controller of Examination, Dr. Sudananda Swami, invited guests, friends, scholars and students. I am very happy today to stand before you to say a few words about the Sanskrit Day and to share a few ideas which I have learned in the course of my study as a student of literature. Well, Sanskrit Day is something very important to us because ever since I was a student, Sanskrit Day is being celebrated here in this department in a very grand manner. I recall the dedicated service rendered to the department by Dr. Kudumba Sastri, Dr. Panduranga Bhatta, Professor Radhakrishnan, and a host of others who made Sanskrit Day as a very memorable day by conducting lot of competitions, and also in those times it was a very grand celebration that would last even for 2 days. And again Sanskrit department has started it, and I am very happy that this is going to instill, as our Vice Chancellor has pointed out, the importance of Sanskrit. Now let me share with you about the greatness of Sanskrit as a language. I am not going to tell anything in general about Sanskrit, nor I am going to cite the Sanskrit scholars in order to instill on your minds how great the language is. But I want to draw your attention to the very famous Kambaramayanam. Actually, it is an adaptation. It is a transcreation. You can't consider it as a mere translation of Valmiki's Ramayana. This is what many of the people who have not read Kamban, they are under the impression that this is only a translation of Valmiki's Ramayana. Unfortunately, it is not. But it is a transcreation, I would call it, because the translator, if you call him, he has taken liberties with the original text. But why I draw your attention to Kambaramayana? Because instead of me telling you how great Valmiki is, instead of asking the scholars to tell you how great Valmiki is, let me cite the examples of Kamban in his introductory remarks on Kambaramayana. 3 things he says in order to ascertain the greatness of Valmiki. He says, when I started doing the translation, when I happened to see the entire work of Valmiki, when I read the content, I am so much baffled that this is how I can put my experience. I feel like a mythical cat that has gone to heaven in order to drink the ocean of milk where Vishnu is lying over. And that ocean of milk, can a small cat drink the whole content in a gulp? And if a small cat thinks that it can do it, then I can also translate, or I can also do Kambaramayana and make it as a rich literature. But unfortunately, it is next to impossible. Therefore, he understands the difficulty in making this work as a magnum opus one, because he cannot compare himself with the great Valmiki. The second one, what he says, for those people who have read and enjoyed Valmiki's Ramayana, he gives a very homely example, citing one Asunam animal. It is an animal that is very fond of music. And in fact, the light music, especially the lyre, we used to call it, it is the music that gives him life, that gives him everything. But for that particular animal, he has got one more disadvantage. The disadvantage is, when the drum is beaten into his ears, it will die instantly. So sensitive the ears are, and the ears are tuned to listen to the sweet music of the lyre and such stringed instruments. And he says, for those ears who have been trained to listen to Valmiki, my verses would appear like the drums beaten into the ears of Asunam. That means what? The readers will die if they happen to read my Ramayana, because nowhere I can compare myself with the great Valmiki. The third one is another homely example. He says, I cannot make a Ramayana like Valmiki. It is next to impossible. And if there are many mistakes, and if you consider that it is has many limitations, kindly forgive me. How? Another homely example comes. When you go to the beach side, you find a lot of young kids playing on the sand and making houses. This is what they do with the help of the sand. And even if engineer goes that way, he will not find fault with it, saying that where is the window, where is the door, and where is the place for toilet. Nobody will ask that. But when you happen to see that beautiful houses are being made by young children, we appreciate them. Appa, enna alaga irukudhu, eppadi panna? This is what we are asking. But we will never interfere with their doing, because they have got their own answers for that also. That is a different thing. But we will never find out the limitations in their creation. But of course, we encourage their creative activity, that's all. Like that, you please encourage me. What I have done, this Ramayana, is nothing but the hand houses that are made on the seashore. That is my level of understanding, that is my level of intellect. Don't expect anything more from me, and don't compare this Ramayana with Valmiki's, because it is not at all possible. So, from these three things, you can very well understand how much devotion and dedication and commitment he has for his master. And in fact, sometimes if he may go wrong, what will happen? In order to protect himself from the public blame, we were told 20 Sanskrit scholars were kept on his side when he was remaking Ramayana, because he has no knowledge in Sanskrit. 20 scholars have to say that the interpretation is correct for that particular poem, and then only he will start writing in Tamil. That too, 136 verses per day during the night time. He will start writing the poems at 10 o'clock, and it will go up to 4 o'clock in the morning. That is the time where he will find alone, left to himself, he can concentrate more. This is one thing. And usually, people would like to compare, I am talking about the literary stalwarts, Kalidasa with Shakespeare. Because Kalidasa is considered to be the Shakespeare of India. And as I read Kalidasa and Shakespeare, being a student of literature, I found that there is a kind of an affinity between them. And that affinity is something very important, and that affinity only makes them great. And what is the association Shakespeare has with Kalidasa? This is the one for the sake of students I am telling. Without any kind of interference from heaven, we cannot have a life of happiness in this world. And there are a lot of reconciliation seen in Kalidasa. The same kind of reconciliation scene you find in Shakespeare too. What I mean the reconciliation is, two lovers or two characters who have lost their way in their childhood get themselves reunited at last. That is what you call reconciliation. A reconciliation takes place at the end, and it is the happiest moment in their life, because they think that the other person is lost and he will never be able to find that one. But that man appears before him just at the end of his life, maybe after 30 years or 50 years. And in almost all the plays of Shakespeare, you find a reconciliation scene. And how beautifully this reconciliation scene is created by Shakespeare is another question. That is, in Latin, we call this as Deus ex machina. Deus ex machina means God from the machine. You may wonder, sir, what is this God from the machine? How can God come from the machine? Because in olden days, in the stage, they cannot bring God, because if God comes like a character, people will laugh. It is ridiculous. Therefore, there is a special lift or a machine meant for that purpose. This machine will be descended on the stage at last. And the God will be dressed as in a very strange attire, and he will give punishment to the wicked and he will give reward to the virtuous. That means the wicked are punished and the virtuous people are rewarded at the end. Okay, so this is what people expect. So when the show is over, you can go with great satisfaction that the wicked is punished at last. But unfortunately, this poetic justice, this is what in English we call as poetic justice, it will not be there in Shakespeare. Why? Because along with the bad characters, he will kill some good characters also. This is what Dr. Johnson and other critics call a tragic waste, which is not at all needed. But Shakespeare does it for one particular purpose, a purpose which is known to him alone. And now, in the modern era, Deus ex machina is different. I mean, the reconciliation. And in many films you might have seen it. I am just telling the students. In Tamil movie, this is something very common. Two brothers or two friends, they have been parted, quite long back. And now they are meeting as enemies. And there will be a fight scene between the two without knowing each other. And the fight scene will continue for 20 minutes. And at last they are almost on the verge of exhaustion. And again the camera goes to slow motion because one man gives a kick, a box on his face, and the other man rolls down slowly. And when he is rolling down, his chain is revealed. And the other person sees the chain and asks, "Hey, who has given you this chain?" "Why are you asking that?" "I want to know whose chain is this." Then immediately other person recognizes him and says, "Are you John then?" "Yeah." "Are you Richard?" Then immediately they hug each other. The reconciliation is made. So far they are dead enemies, desiring each other's blood. But now they become very close friends because of the providence of God. My dear friends, this is what is happening in some of the plays of Kalidasa. And this is what is happening in most of the plays of Shakespeare. A sudden reconciliation, revelation without the knowledge of characters. The third one that I wanted to tell you, Aurobindo, he happens to be a wonderful critic. If you read the future poetry, you can understand how severe is his criticism. When all the people were praising very highly of Wordsworth, you all know about Wordsworth, that is why I have taken his example. Sri Aurobindo was our critic. He only had the guts to say to the English-speaking world that Wordsworth appears to me like an automobile running off insufficient petrol. Nobody would dare to do it. And he is almost like Dr. Johnson, because when a writer with his worthless manuscript came to Dr. Johnson and asked for his comments, Dr. Johnson said, "Sir, you wait for a day. Tomorrow you come, I will give my comment." And the same man appeared again and asked, "Sir, did you read my book?" "Yes, I finished reading it." "What is your comment?" "Your manuscript is both original and good. But what is original is not good, and what is good is not original." That's all. That makes an end of it. Such a severe critic is Sri Aurobindo. But Aurobindo in the future poetry places Kalidasa and Valmiki in the first row of poets. But Shakespeare is also included, but his rank is only third. Valmiki and Kalidasa, they get the priority. They get the first place. But there are certain limitations he points out. For example, Shakespeare is not good in his female characters, in his production of the female characters. But as far as men are concerned, he is at his scholarly best. But as far as the female characters are concerned, you cannot call immediately, bring to your memory what the name. But characters, male characters, you can go on countlessly, you can say that these are the male characters that has fascinated you. But in the case of Kalidasa, Kalidasa excels even in the depiction of the female characters. The second one of the shortcomings that you find in Shakespeare, Shakespeare is not at home in the world of children. To depict the world of children, you require certain intelligence. Only R.K. Narayan can do it. And you might have seen in many of his short stories, he is writing about the children's world with utmost familiarity. And that familiarity in the infant world is missing in Shakespeare, but it is totally found in Kalidasa. And that is the difference that he finds there. And he says, if Kalidasa is like a mighty ocean, Shakespeare can be called a lake. That's all. And if Kalidasa is considered to be a forest, Shakespeare can be called as a well-tended garden. Well-tended garden. He accepts that it is a very beautiful garden. But anyway, it is a garden because only Valmiki's you can call it as a forest. A very big forest. Where there should be a lot of tendings, but in spite of that, the space in which it takes and the variety of themes that we come across, the protection of his magnificent protection of the characters, and all these things make Kalidasa as one of the greatest poets in Sanskrit. Therefore, these are the small things that I wanted to share with you. As you know that I am a student of literature and my knowledge in Sanskrit is very much limited, but in spite of that, we have to accept certain things and call spade a spade. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Thank you so much.
अद्य पाण्डिचेरी विश्वविद्यालये संस्कृतदिवसः। अहं संस्कृतेन सरलसंस्कृतेन भाषणं कर्तुम् इच्छामि। अहम् आङ्ग्लभाषां न जानामि, हिन्दीं जानामि, बहवः हिंदी भाषां न जानन्ति, तमिळ् भाषां न जानामि, भवन्तः तमिळ् जानन्ति, कन्नड भाषां जानामि, किन्तु भवन्तः न अवगच्छन्ति। मम मातृभाषा कोंकणी। दिनेश कामत, ओरिजिनली फ्रॉम गोवा, ड्यूरिंग द पोर्चुगीज इंक्विजिशन वी माइग्रेटेड। तदर्थं मम मातृभाषा कोंकणी, भवन्तः कोंकणी भाषां न जानन्ति, किन्तु सर्वेषां भाषा संस्कृतम्। उदाहरणार्थम् अहं न जानामि भवतः नाम किम्? सदानंद स्वामी संस्कृतम्। उदाहरणं भवतः नाम किम्? नटराजन। मातृभाषा तमिळ्, किन्तु नाम नटराज संस्कृतम्। इदानीं महोदयस्य नाम धरणीधरन्, धरणीधरः संस्कृतम्। कृष्णः संस्कृतम्। तत्र पार्श्वे अस्माकं कुलपतिवर्यः अस्ति, तस्य नाम अहं दृष्टवान्, धरणीकरसु इति अस्ति। धरणी मीन्स् धरणी संस्कृतं। धरणीक अरसु इत्युक्ते पृथ्वीधरन्, भूमिधरन् इति तस्य नाम। एवं संस्कृतं तमिळ्नाडु राज्ये संस्कृतस्य विरोधं कृतवान् करुणानिधि। तस्य नाम करुणानिधिः संस्कृतं। जयललिता, जयललिता शब्दद्वयमपि संस्कृतं। संस्कृतस्य विरोधः, किन्तु संस्कृतं विना भवतः नाम एव नास्ति। वयम् अत्र पश्यामः कन्याकुमारी संस्कृतं। कल्याणमण्डपं, सर्वेषां विवाहः कल्याणमण्डपे भविष्यति। विवाहं विना समाजः नास्ति। कल्याणमण्डपं शब्दद्वयमपि संस्कृतं। संस्कृतं, it has enriched every language, not just Bharatam, every language in the world. विश्वस्य, यथा जपान देशस्य जपानी भाषायां संस्कृतम् इति उक्तवान्, चैना देशस्य भाषा मैंडरिन। एकं लेखम् अहं दृष्टवान्, 35,000 वर्ड्स मैंडरिन भाषायां संस्कृत शब्दाः सन्ति इति अहं श्रुतवान्। अब्दुल कलाम वर्यः भारतस्य राष्ट्रपतिः आसीत्। सः ग्रीस देशस्य प्रवासार्थं गतवान्। विमानस्थानके तस्य स्वागतं व्याहरन् अथेन्स नगरे ग्रीस देशस्य अध्यक्षः पेपेलियस, 16 years ago I am telling, पेपेलियस स्वागतं व्याहरन् तस्मै अध्यक्ष महोदय भवते यवनदेशे स्वागतम् इति संस्कृत शब्दान् उक्तवान्। अब्दुल कलामः, he never expected आंग्ल भाषायां वदेत् वेलकम मिस्टर प्रेसिडेंट न उक्तवान्। ग्रीस भाषया वदेत् तदपि न उक्तवान्। संस्कृतेन अध्यक्ष महोदय भवते यवनदेशे स्वागतम्। अस्तु, इट मे बी सिंबॉलिक इति चिन्तितवान्, सांकेतिकम् इति। यथा भारत सर्वकारस्य चिह्न सत्यमेव जयते इति अस्ति। LIC योगक्षेमं वहाम्यहम् इति अस्ति। एकैकसंस्थायाः अपि सांकेतिकरूपेण, संस्कृतं नास्ति किन्तु सांकेतिकरूपेण एकं वाक्यम् अस्ति। तथा इति चिन्तितवान्, किन्तु अनन्तरं लंच ऑन मीटिंग आसीत्, भोजनकूटः। भोजनकूटसमये सः अध्यक्षः तस्य भाषणं 10 निमेषानां भाषणे 8 निमेषाः संस्कृतेन आसीत्। अब्दुल कलाम वर्यः एतस्य भाषणम् आङ्ग्लभाषया आसीत्। ते अन्य न जानन्ति इति अब्दुल कलामः आङ्ग्लभाषया वदति। ग्रीस देशस्य अध्यक्षः पेपेलियस संस्कृतेन भाषणं करोति। एषः तं पृष्टवान्, भवान् संस्कृतेन वदति, संस्कृतस्य अध्ययनं कुत्र कृतवान् इति। सः उक्तवान्, अहं ग्रीस देशस्य जनः, मम भाषा ग्रीक भाषा, बट I know Greek, but ancient Greek I don't know. So अहं यदा छात्रः आसं, स्टूडेंट आसीत्, तस्मिन् समये अहम् अस्माकं विभागाध्यक्षाम् अहं पृष्टवान्, एन्शियंट ग्रीक पठनीयम् अस्ति, कुत्र कथं पठनीयं? तदा भवान् जर्मनीं गच्छतु, जर्मनी देशे प्राचीनभाषाः पाठयन्ति। तत्र ग्रीक, लैटिन, एन्शियंट ग्रीक, लैटिन तथा संस्कृतम् इत्यादि भिन्न भिन्न एन्शियंट लैंग्वेजेस पाठयन्ति, भवान् गच्छतु। एषः तत्र गतवान् पठितुम्, अध्ययनार्थं 6 मासानां 6 months कोर्स पठितुं गतवान् एन्शियंट ग्रीक। तत्र एन्शियंट ग्रीक भाषायाः शिक्षिका, प्राध्यापिका या आसीत्, सा उक्तवती, एन्शियंट ग्रीक अवगन्तव्यं चेत् प्रथमं संस्कृतं पठतु। भवान् संस्कृतं जानाति वा? न, तु संस्कृतं पठतु, यदि संस्कृतं जानाति, you can easily follow the ancient Greek. तदर्थम् अहं जर्मनी देशे संस्कृतं पठितवान्. Because I know Sanskrit, I can read, write and converse in Sanskrit. So, because I know Sanskrit, I can follow Greek easily. Bandavaha, Sanskrit has enriched every language in the world. उदाहरणार्थं वदामि. वयं सर्वे आङ्ग्लभाषां जानीमः, आङ्ग्लभाषणानि श्रुतवन्तः. आङ्ग्लभाषायाः शब्दाः फादर्, मदर्, पितृ, मातृ तद् न वदन्नस्मि अहं, तत्तु अस्ति एव. किन्तु संस्कृते शब्दरचना, एव्री वर्ड is derived from a root. धातुः भवति, तेन सह एक adjective भवति, प्रत्ययः, तेन सह prefix भवति, उपसर्गः, एतद् मिलित्वा एक शब्दरचना भवति. संस्कृते शब्दाः एतद् मैक्, एतद् पोडियम, एतद् टेबल, एतद् चेयर, एतद् डोर, एतद् हॉल तथा निर्मितं नास्ति. संस्कृते every word is a formula derived. It has a root in it, it has an adjective, it has a preposition and the word is formed. यथा राम शब्दः अस्ति, राम शब्दस्य रम धातुः, रम. बच्चा रोता है, माँ रमाती है. कन्नड़ भाषा में रमिसुत्ताळे. प्रायः तमिळ भाषायामपि रम, तमिळ भाषायामपि रम शब्दः अस्ति. इति कारणेन रमन्ते यस्मिन् योगिनो सह रामः. दैट मीन्स राम ऐसा ही दो अक्षर नहीं है. इट्स नॉट जस्ट टू लेटर्स राम. इट हैज ए रूट इन इट. रम, द बेसिक स्वभाव ऑफ रामा इज रमाना, सब लोगों का दुख दूर करना. Everybody, I cannot express in English. I am feeling it very difficult to express myself in English. So I am telling, रम धातु से राम बनता है. कृष्ण, कृष्ण कर्ष, कर्ष धातु से कृष्ण बनता है. कर्ष, कर्षणम, आकर्षणम, he who attracts. The basic quality of Krishna is attraction. By his color he attracts. He is dark colored. On the white background, the dark dot we can see. On a black background, white dot we cannot see. On white background, black dot we can see. It will be very conspicuously seen. So Krishna is dark, he is attractive. Like Tamil people, they are very dark and so attractive. कृष्ण, कृष्णस्य रूपेण अपि आकर्षकः. कृष्णस्य वचनं गीता, भगवद्गीता, even after 5129 years of demise, Krishna's Bhagavad Gita is so popular, it is translated into more than 100 languages in the world. Bhagavad Gita. So Krishna, by his words, voice, by his color, he is so attractive. Karsh, Karsh is the basic quality of Krishna. Likewise, every word, say English words, station, stand, stop, the root of the word is Sanskritasya stha, sthaganam, sthanam, sthitihi. Likewise, the same stha is in English. Stay, S-T-A, stand, stop, everything. That means Sanskrit has influenced English like anything, not just one word. Sanskritasya ekaika shabdah api, it's a formula derived. Asmakam sarvesham namani, 90% of the people here Samskrite santi. संपूर्ण देशे अहम सर्वत्र गच्छामि, अहम नित्य प्रवासी अस्मि, ब्रह्मचारी अस्मि, अग्रे पृष्ठे किमपि नास्ति, नित्य प्रवासी अस्मि, सर्वत्र गच्छामि, हम पश्यामि रामा has influenced everybody here. यथा महोदय इदानीं क्लेमेंट वर्यः उक्तवान् रामायणस्य कम्बरामायणस्य विषये कथम् उक्तवान्. रामायणस्य प्रभावः, वाल्मीकि रामायणस्य प्रभावः संपूर्ण देशे, तमिळ् भाषायां कम्बरामायणं, कन्नड भाषायां तोरवे रामायणं, तेलुगु भाषायां रंगनाथ रामायणं, हिंदी भाषायां तुलसी रामायणं रामचरितमानसः, बंग भाषायां कृत्तिवास रामायणं. संपूर्ण देशे सर्वत्र रामायणस्य प्रभावः. तदर्थं रामस्य नाम, जनानां नाम्नि राम इति. तमिळ्नाडु मध्ये रामचंद्रन्, केरले रामन्, महाराष्ट्रे रामभाऊ, गुजराते रामभाई, पंजाबे राम सिंह कूका, रामेश्वर यादव. रामेश्वरं तमिळ्नाडु मध्ये अस्ति, किन्तु बिहारे रामेश्वर यादवः मिलति, हरियाणा मध्ये रामेश्वर सिंह मिलति. रामेश्वरं कुत्र कुतः कुत्र कनेक्शन? रामेश्वरं बदरीनारायणः तमिळ्नाडु मध्ये मिलति. बदरी अस्ति उत्तर भारते, किन्तु तमिळ्नाडु मध्ये बदरीनारायणः मिलति. संपूर्ण देशे रामः 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 रामः. रामपुरं, रामनगरं, रामेश्वरं स्थानानां नामानि. एवं राम, संस्कृत रामायणस्य राम सर्वत्र प्रविष्टवान् अस्ति. राम मनोहर लोहिया उक्तवान्, राम भारतस्य उत्तरं दक्षिणेन सह योजितवान्. He united the north with the south. Krishna पूर्वं from Mathura, the eastern part of Uttar Pradesh, पूर्वं पश्चिमेन सह योजितवान्. From Mathura to Dwarika, Krishna. एवं Rama and Krishna, Swami Chinmayananda was telling, Rama and Krishna united us, the Bharatiyas. Bha, again Bharata. The word is derived from Bha, Prabha, Vibha, Prakasha, light. The light of knowledge, the wisdom. Bha, Yam, Ratam, Iti Bharatam. That means that which is immersed in knowledge, the light of knowledge is Bharat. And we are all Bharatiyas. Bharat minus Sanskrit is equal to India. We are all Indians now. We have to become Bharatiyas. For that purpose, Sanskritam anivaryam. Sanskritam यथा अहम विश्वे विभिन्न देशेभ्यः गच्छामि, तत्र पश्यामि फ्रांस देशे फ्रेंच भाषा, आंग्ल भाषा न चलते. यूरोप मध्ये एव फ्रांस अपि अस्ति, इंग्लैंड अपि अस्ति, किन्तु फ्रांस मध्ये इंग्लिश न चलति. जर्मनी मध्ये फ्रेंच न चलति. जर्मनी देशे जर्मन भाषा, उच्च शिक्षा अपि जर्मन माध्यमेन चलति. रशिया देशे रशियन भाषा, जापान देशे जापानी भाषा, चैना देशे मैंडरिन भाषा, भारत देशे भारत देशे वयमत्र तत्र सर्वत्र पश्यामः तमिळ्नाडु मध्ये तमिळ् भाषा, तमिळ्नाडु पाण्डिचेरी मध्ये तमिळ् भाषा, किन्तु समीपस्थ केरले तमिळ् भाषा न चलति, समीपस्थ कर्नाटके अहं तमिळ् भाषां न जानामि, कर्नाटके कन्नड भाषा, गोवायां कोङ्कणी मराठी चलति, महाराष्ट्रे मराठी भाषा, गुजराते गुजराती भाषा, एकैक राज्यस्य एका भाषा अस्ति। अरुणाचल प्रदेशे a land with only 10 lakh population, it has got 22 languages. आदि इति एका भाषा, अपतानी इति एका भाषा, मिश्मी इति एका भाषा, निशी इति एका भाषा, 22 languages in one single state having just 10 lakh population. भारते शत भाषाः सन्ति, तो भारतस्य भाषा का that which unites India, that is भारत, संस्कृत भाषा। संपूर्ण देशे संस्कृतेन नामकरणं, षोडश संस्काराः सन्ति, नामकरण संस्कारः संस्कृतेन भवति सर्वेषां। We do not know Sanskrit, so we cannot understand, we do not understand the very meaning, the inner meaning of my name, which is the purpose of your life. Kamapi pruchatu bhavatah जीवनस्य लक्ष्यं किम? What is the purpose of your life? भारते कमपि छात्रम् अत्र सेंट्रल यूनिवर्सिटी मध्ये अत्यन्तं बुद्धिमन्ताः छात्राः आगच्छन्ति, तान् पृच्छतु भवतः जीवनस्य लक्ष्यं किम् इति पृच्छतु, सः वदति, संस्कृतं पठितुम् आगतवान् चेत् सः वदति मम जीवने मया प्रोफेसर भवितव्यम्। अस्तु, यू हैव बिकम द प्रोफेसर, भवतः जीवनलक्ष्यं प्राप्तं वा? नो नो नो, आई एम प्रोफेसर नौ, देन वीसी भवितव्यम्। यस, you have become the VC, जीवनलक्ष्यं नो, VC इदानीं एजुकेशन विभागस्य डायरेक्टर भवितव्यम्। जीवनलक्ष्यं समाप्तमेव न भवति, लक्ष्यं परिवर्तितं भवति। अरे, जीवनस्य लक्ष्यं परिवर्तितं, किमर्थं? जीवनलक्ष्यमेव नास्ति। यम कमपि पृच्छतो बच्चों को, फॉर स्टूडेंट्स, 10th स्टूडेंट्स, you just ask a question, your son, you ask the question, what is the purpose of your life, what is the लक्ष्यं किम? सः वदति इंजीनियर भवितव्यं, डॉक्टर भवितव्यं। ओके, you have become an engineer now, no, then chief engineer भवितव्यं, then no, CEO, then Adani, Ambani. My son's marriage, 2000 crore rupees I will spend. You have become Ambani. Jivana laksham na, Ambani api jivana laksham na praptam itopi kimapi karaniyam iti chintayati. Jivana laksham, nothing else. You have to become your name. भवतः नाम्नः अर्थः कः अस्ति तद् भवितव्यं। मम जीवनलक्ष्यं मया दिनेशेन भवितव्यम्। I have to become Dinesha. You have to become Ramachandra. You have to become Dharanidhara. No, definitely you will become, no doubt. Laksham tad, not failure, but low aim is crime. तदर्थम अस्माकं जीवन लक्ष्यार्थम अपि संस्कृतम आवश्यकम। संस्कृतम वैज्ञानिकी भाषा। कथम वैज्ञानिकी? संस्कृतस्य वर्णमालां पश्यन्तु। संस्कृतस्य वर्णमाला अ आ इ ई उ आ इ उ ऋ लृ ए ऐ ओ अं अः। अतः अह पर्यन्तं सर्वस्वराक्षराणि संस्कृते यथा सन्ति विश्वे अन्यभाषासु न सन्ति एव. अतः अह vowels. I am not condemning any language. In English there are only 5 vowels. A, E, I, O, U. Sanskrite O, I, E, U, R, R, A, I, O, Ang, Aha. Anantaram Vyanjanam. Vyanjanam Ka, Kha, Ga, Gha, Nga. Kantataha. Jivva karyam nasti. Agrimam Cha, Cha, Ja, Jha, Nya. Agrimam Ta, Tha, Da, Dha, Na. Agrimam Jiva Agre Danta Sparsham Karoti. Ta, Tha, Da, Dha, Na. Agrimam Dantasya karyam nasti. Jiva karyam api nasti. Pa, Pha, Ba, Bha, Ma. Agrimam Yaralava Sha Sha Sa Shankarasya Shanmukaha Sutaha Sha Sha Sa Ha La Ksha Tra Jna. Sanskritasya Varnamala Uchcharanam Bhavan Janati Chet, you can pronounce any language in the world. Ulta पुदुचेरी मध्ये फ्रेंच जनाः आगताः. ते पुदुचेरी इति उच्चारणं कर्तुं न शक्तवन्तः. पाण्डिचेरी इति कृतवन्तः. इट्स ए प्रॉपर नाउन. प्रॉपर नाउन कैनॉट बी चेंज्ड. किंतु पुदुचेरी पाण्डिचेरी अभवत्. मूलम् अस्माकं नाम यदस्ति इंग्लिश नारायण नारायणन नारायणन. नो, इट इज नारायणन. द फर्स्ट न and the last na are different. Narayanan na, but no, N-A-R-A-Y-A-N-A-N. Narayanan. Are Madras, Madras. Are it's not Madras, it is Madras. Delhi, Delhi. The Portuguese came and the names, the proper noun of the names of Goan villages and towns, Panji, they could not pronounce Panjim. Are proper noun you could not pronounce. You maybe you know Portuguese, you cannot pronounce Sanskrit or the Indian languages. Ulta, he who knows Sanskrit, he can pronounce French as they pronounce, the Portuguese as they pronounce, the German, the Mandarin, Japanese, any language in the world. Ulta, Tamil Janaha, Bengali pronunciation he cannot, as they do. Bengali cannot pronounce Tamil also. But a man who knows Sanskrit can pronounce Tamil also. Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam, Kannimozhi, Malayalam, Param, Alappuzha. Malayalam. If you know Sanskrit, you can pronounce Malayalam. Marathi, Cha, Cha. It's not Cha, it's Cha. Maza, Za. It's not Maja, it's Maza. Can pronounce Marathi, can pronounce English, can pronounce any, not just Indian languages, any language in the world. So, the pronunciation of just the alphabets, the proper pronunciation of Sanskrit is not just the pronunciation of a single language, it is the science of pronunciation. Sanskrit is the phonetic language. Sanskrit is the scientific language. संस्कृते भारतीय ज्ञान परंपरा, अहम केवलं लिंग्विस्टिक्स वदामि इति न चिन्तयन्तु. अहम एकं पुस्तकं दर्शयामि, पश्यन्तु. दिस इज द diagram published by a multinational, I do not know exactly, maybe an American company, Parker Davis, a medicine company. They have published this. A rishi is doing the operation, a plastic surgery he is doing, and he has given the title Sushruta, the ancient surgeon of the world. Sushruta, the ancient surgeon of the world. Shalya Kriya, Shastra Chikitsa, Saha Sushruta Samhitayam 2000 years ago. Saha Kritavan asti Yuddhe Kasyapi Karnaha Gataha Saha Nutana Karnasya plastic surgery Kurvan asti. चित्रे बांधवाः आयुर्वेदः अस्माकम् आयुर्वेदः आयुर्वेदे दिनचर्या ऋतुचर्या इति विभागद्वयमस्ति. दिनचर्या दिवसे कदा उत्थानं भवेत् प्रातः, when to get up, कदा भोजनं करणीयं, कदा रात्रि भोजनं करणीयं, भोजनात् पूर्वं जलं पातव्यम उत न, सर्वमपि दिनचर्या कथं भवेत् इति विवरणं ददाति. महोदय हरि ओम्. संस्कृतम् अस्तु. I thought you could not understand Sanskritam. Oh, Purushottamam. Oh, astu, astu, astu. संस्कृत उदाहरणार्थम अस्माकं दिनचर्या कथं भवेत्. रात्रौ विलम्बेन शयनं, प्रातः विलम्बेन उत्थानम् अंगीकारः नास्ति. आयुर्वेदानुगुणं स्वास्थ्यस्य उपरि दुष्परिणामः कथं भवति इति वदति. ऋतुचर्या, उष्णकाले किं धरणीयं, शैत्यकाले वस्त्रं किं धरणीयं, किं खादनीयं किं न खादनीयम्. उदाहरणार्थम् अस्माकं व्रत पर्व आचरणानि, फेस्टिवल्स्, उदाहरणार्थम् अत्र पोंगल आचरणं भवति. पोंगल समये, पोंगल निर्माणे तो मूंग दाल, तस्को क्या बोलते हैं, हाँ, मूंग दाल खादनीयं. शैत्यकालस्य अन्ते तस्य खादनेन भवतः स्वास्थ्यं वर्धितं भवति. ग्रामे ग्रामे गृहे गृहे अस्माकं इंडियन नॉलेज सिस्टम ग्रामेषु जीवने, सामान्य जनजीवने अवतरितमस्ति. उदाहरणार्थं टर्मरिक, हळदी, सर्व व्यंजनेषु हळदीं स्थापयन्ति. दट्स एंटीसेप्टिक, किंतु सः आयुर्वेदं न जानाति. ग्रामे गृहे महिला निरक्षरा, इल्लिटरेट, किंतु सा भोजने रसं मध्ये हल्दीं स्थापयति. मंजोल, मंजोल वा, मंजल, 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 मंजुला वर्णः, मंजल स्थापयति. एवं अस्माकं आयुर्वेदस्य ऋतुचर्या, कस्यां ऋतौ किं खादनीयं, किं धरणीयं, किं स्नातव्यं, शीतलजलेन कदा स्नातव्यं, उष्णजलेन कदा स्नातव्यम्. एतत् सर्वमपि भारतीय ज्ञान परंपरा. बांधवाः, अस्माकं सर्वेषां गृहे देयर इज अल्मनैक, पंचांगम. सर्वेषां गृहे पंचांगम अस्ति. एकवारं पंचांगम गृहे के पश्यन्ति? वृद्धाः माता पितामही ग्रैंडमदर ही सीज द अल्मानेक पंचांगम वयं न पश्यामः किन्तु मम रिक्वेस्ट सर्वेभ्यः अद्य गत्वा गृहे पंचांगम एकवारम् उद्घाटयन्तु पंचांगे सायंकाले अद्य सायंकाले सूर्यास्तमानं कस्मिन् समये टू द मिनिट he has written there एकवारं you just verify पाण्डी मध्ये सूर्यास्तमानं पंचांगे यथा लिखितं तथा अस्ति वा न वा इति पश्यन्तु सः संपूर्ण वर्षस्य लिखितवान् अस्ति सूर्योदयः कदा भवति देहली नगरे कदा भवति चेन्नई नगरे कदा भवति शृंगेरी नगरे कदा भवति गुजरात मध्ये कदा भवति कोणार्क नगरे पुरी मध्ये कदा भवति इति लिखितवान् अस्ति अस्मिन् वर्षे सूर्यग्रहणं कस्मिन् दिवसे भविष्यति अग्रे सः लिखितवान् अस्ति सः एतदपि लिखितवान् भारते सूर्यग्रहणं न दृश्यते अस्मिन् वर्षे मेक्सिको मध्ये दृश्यते इति लिखितवान् अस्ति ग्रन्थः कः तस्य रेफरेन्स् ग्रन्थः कः वराहमिहिरस्य ग्रन्थः आर्यभट्टस्य 1500 इयर्स् एगो आर्यभट्टः लिखितवान् आर्यभट्टीयं सः ग्रन्थः सूर्य सिद्धांत ग्रन्थः they knew the astronomy like anything and they are exact even today but we do not know that the panchangam is a science grantha we do not know संस्कृत क्यों पढ़ना चाहिए वही संस्कृत will take you to the age of bullock carts yes संस्कृत will take you from bullock cart to the Mangalayanam प्राचीन कालतः आधुनिक स्पेस युग पर्यन्तं संस्कृतं नयति तदर्थं संस्कृतम् आवश्यकं योगः वयं जस्ट वी आर डूइंग एक्सरसाइज योगा त्रिकोणासना पादहस्तासना नमस्कारासना सूर्य नमस्कार वी आर डूइंग इट किंतु योगः इट्स नॉट जस्ट ए बॉडी एक्सरसाइज योगः चित्तवृत्ति निरोधः योगः मनः प्रशमनोपायः द कॉन्शियसनेस इति वयं शृणुमः कॉन्शियसनेस विषये सः लिखति विज्ञान भैरव तंत्रम इति ग्रंथः there are 112 types of consciousness 112 types of consciousness Shiva is discussing with Parvati about the consciousness different types of consciousness Vijnana Bhairava Tantre Saha Tatra time and space समयः तथा अंतरालः उभयोः विषये चर्चां करोति टाइम एंड स्पेस विषये शिवपार्वती संवादः इत्युक्ते आधुनिक युगस्य इदानीं टाइम एंड स्पेस विषये चर्चा चलति डिस्कशन चलति सर्वत्र विमर्शः चलति अस्माकं 1500 इयर्स एगो सः ग्रन्थः लिखितः अस्ति नाटकेषु भारतीय नाटकेषु पाश्चात्य नाटकेषु ट्रेजेडी कॉमेडी इज आल्सो देयर ट्रेजेडी इज आल्सो देयर किंतु भारतीय नाटकेषु कुत्रापि ट्रेजेडी नास्ति नो ट्रेजेडी फ्रॉम ट्रेजिक सर्कमस्टेंसेस अन्ते कॉमेडी एव यथा रामस्य जीवनं कथा प्रारब्धं भवति पश्यन्तु अन्ते रामस्य पट्टाभिषेकम् इति अस्ति कृष्णस्य जीवनं सर्वेषां जीवनमपि धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे धर्मः इट्स नॉट अगेन नॉट रिलीजन Dharma means dhruti, kshama, damaha, asteyam, shaucham, indriya nigraha, dhihi, vidya, satyam, akrodho. Krodha is adharma. Akrodho is dharma. Dashakam dharma lakshanam. मंदिर जाकर मंदिर में पूजा करना यह धर्म कार्य में नहीं आता है. हम सोचते हैं इट्स अवर रिलीजन गोइंग टू टेम्पल. नो, धर्म का एक बहुत छोटा एस्पेक्ट है, ओनली स्मॉल बिंदु है उसमें, किंतु धर्म वो नहीं है. आप मंदिर बिना जाए भी आप धर्मिष्ठ हो सकते हैं. एवं संस्कृत भाषायाम एतादृशं ज्ञानम अंतिम लक्ष्यम तु धर्म एव. धर्म धर्माधिष्ठित जीवनम. तदर्थम अत्र टॉलरेंस इंडियंस आर टॉलरेंट इति. नो नो नो, वी आर नॉट टॉलरेंट. टॉलरेंस मीन्स I do not like it. Even though I do not like it, I tolerate it. That is tolerance. We are not tolerant. Yours is a different way, mine is this way, and yours is a different way. I just do not tolerate it. I say mine is this way and yours bhavatah margah api satya margah. So we are not just tolerant, not tolerant. We sarva dharma samabhavaha. Sarvesham api mama margah uttamaha bhavatah margah api uttamaha gacchatu. तदर्थम भारते सर्वेभ्यः भारतीय जनानां व्यवहारः सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, वसुधैव कुटुम्बकम्. वसुधैव सर्वे अपि मम कुटुम्बजनाः इति भावः, मम भ्रातरः इति भावः. सो महिलानां विषये अस्माकं दृष्टिः भोगवस्तु इति दृष्टिः नास्ति. मातरः, see even an illiterate man, he will call a small girl also amma, ennamma, ukaramma, amma. In Gujarat, behan, Janvi behan, Rakshita behan, behan, sarvatra बहन, अम्मा. कर्नाटके अन्ना, ब्रदर, अम्मा. एवं महिलानां विषये दृष्टिः सर्वेषां विषये. तदर्थमेव भारतस्य राज्यांगरचना सभायां, in the constituent assembly, which shall be our national official language, the discussion was going on. Many people told, no, English unites India, so English shall be the official language of India. So no. So Sanskritam, the resolution was supported by Ambedkar ji. Let Sanskrit be the official language of India. I have the paper cutting, September 10th, the Hindu paper cutting I have. September 10th, 1948. Ambedkar supported the resolution, Sanskrit. Then the people asked him, why Sanskrit? Sanskritam tu Brahmananam bhasha, Purohitanam bhasha, Mandira Pujarinam bhasha. Why you are supporting? You are SC, Harijan. You are supporting them, that language. Then he asked, who says Sanskrit is Brahman's language? Sanskrit, Vyasa, Veda Vyasa's mata, she was a fisherwoman. Valmiki, Vyadaha, sa Brahmanahana. Kalidasaha, तो क्या है, भेड़ बकरी चराने वाला, इसको कुर्बर, शेफर्ड, कालिदासा. And who says Sanskrit is Brahmin's language? It is the language which unites every community, every language. Tamil people also, they also want Sanskritam, and Kashmiri people also want Sanskritam. Everywhere Sanskrit, the influence of Sanskrit is there, and Sanskrit unites our country, our nation. These are the words of Ambedkar. Sanskrit Bharatasya bhavaikyasya bhasha Sanskritam. Bandavaha samajika samarasatartham uccha neecha bheda bhava nivaranartham Sanskritam. Sprashya asprashya bheda bhava nivaranartham Sanskritam. Sanskritam sarvesham. Sanskritam sarvatra bhavet. Kam Sanskritam eka dharmasya bhasha na. Sanskritam eka religion bhasha na. Sanskritam sampurna bharatasya bhasha. The very identity of Bharat is Sanskritam. The very identity of Bharat is yoga, is Ayurveda, is our the old ancient knowledge system. That is Sanskrit. For that purpose, we have to learn, study Sanskrit, we have to speak Sanskrit. Bandavaha, aham mama jivane kadapi Sanskritam na patitavan. Vidyalaye, Mahavidyalaye, aham Sanskritam na patitavan. Aham Samskrita Bharatim agatya kevalam Shravanam Bhashanam. Janan pruchhato Sanskritam, is it simple or is it difficult? Tell me. Sanskritam Saralam, simple, bolne wale, हाथ ऊपर उठाइए. Sanskritam difficult. You ask the school going students, the Kendriya Vidyalaya students, they will tell Sanskrit is the scoring subject but a difficult language. Scoring subject but a difficult language, both do not go together, but they tell it's a difficult language because they have been taught the grammar first, putting the cart before the bullock. Ramaha Ramau Ramaha Phalam Phale Phalani Sanskrit mujhe na aani. English, they will say, hey, it's a very simple, easy language. The nursery children, 3-year-old children, they will tell English, they speak in English. But Sanskrit, oh, even Sanskrit Pandit, Sanskrit professor does not speak Sanskrit. No, you will speak. But feels difficult to speak. Because unless you think in that language, you cannot speak. I am not a scholar. I have never studied Sanskrit during my school or college days. But fluently I can speak because in Sanskrit Bharati, they make us think Sanskrit. Think in Sanskrit. So I think in Sanskrit to learn any language because the basic character of any language is it has to be spoken or else the language will be dead language. Sanskritam was a dead language because even though it has got 45 lakh manuscripts, not just Veda, Upanishad, Chaturvedaha, Puranani, Sarvopanishadaha, Ramayanam, Mahabharatam, Bhagavad Gita, Darshanani, Sarvani Samskrute Santi. It's not just, it is just 5%. It is 95% science. Krishi Parasaraha, the science of agriculture. Sthapatya Vedaha. In Tamil Nadu, you can see hundreds of temples. Go to Tanjavur. 216 feet height, the temple. 1000 years ago it was built. Granite structure. Acres together it covers. 216 feet height. and no concrete, no cement, interlocking technology. And the whole building has no foundation. No foundation, 206 feet. After 5 or 6 earthquakes, it is still there. After tsunami, the towns went away. But Tanjavur Bradishwara Mandiram, Sthapatya Vedaha. For every Veda, there is a Upaveda. Ayurveda is a Upaveda. Gandharva Veda, the music, Karnataka music, Hindustani music, it comes under Gandharva Veda. Sthapatya Veda, it's a Upaveda. Sthapatya Veda, Atharva Vedasya Upavedaha, Sthapatya Vedaha. Ayurvedaha, Upavedaha. Bandavaha, Sanskritam, it is a knowledge treasure. We do not know Sanskrit, so we think that Sanskrit will take you to the age of bullock carts. Sanskritam, Sanskrit is a very easy language. Yatha, Mama Matrabhasha Konkani, it has no script at all. It has no script. Bhagavan ki kripa, by the grace of God, no script, no books, nothing. But it is not a dead language. 50 lakh people, we speak Sanskrit, Konkani. Our mother tongue is Konkani. It's a living language. Sanskritam, having such a knowledge treasure, scientific language, phonetic language, 45 lakh manuscripts, the language of science, language of astronomy, language of sociology, Arthashastra, Chanakyasya Arthashastra, being everything, Sanskrit was a dead language. I am telling. But 40 years ago, 43 years ago, 2 students, they were studying in Tirupati Central University. 2 students, they told, why Sanskrit is a dead language? Nobody converses in it. Nobody speaks in it, Kalup. So from this day, from today, Sanskrit is a living language. I will speak. One man started. To speak, converse, at least 2 people needed. But one started. He started. I will speak with everybody, everywhere in Sanskrit only. He started, and the other was motivated. He also, while speaking, definitely galtiya, errors will be there. But Sanskrit Pandits will tell, professors will tell, no, your grammar is not correct. Arey, grammar is not correct. By telling that your grammar is not correct, you are also not speaking. I am not showing you. Anybody who says that your grammar is not correct, he is also not speaking. This man told, this student told, whatever may be. Because while learning any skill, there will be mistakes in the beginning. Definitely. Cycle चलाने के लिए पहले दिन ही चलाते हैं, गिरते हैं, माँ बोलती है ना मत चलाओ, गाय ये हो गया, तो चलाते हैं. Likewise, the people, those people, they started speaking. Slowly, they corrected themselves, and they asked the professors to correct us. And they have given power to everybody in Samskrita Bharati to make mistakes. But every time you have to do new mistakes. Every time the new mistakes, they have given us the very power to do new mistakes. So by doing mistakes, we are speaking now. Bandavaha, Sanskritam Bharatasya Bhasha, Bharatasya Prachina Samskritehe Bhasha. It is the language of our culture, samskaras. Asmakam Kalyanasya Bhasha, Kalyana Samskara, Kalyana Mandapasya Samskarasya Bhasha, Namakaranasya Bhasha, Asmakam Sarvesham Bhasha, Sanskritam. Sanskrit unites everybody. the people of all the languages Sanskrit unites. Vayam bharatiyaha iti swabhimanam jagarayati tadartham vayam sarve Sanskritam patama. Sanskritartham eka divasaha. It's not good. Kintu jagaranam bhavet iti Sanskrita divasaha. Yatha Tamil day iti asti va. English day iti asti va. French day asti va. Kimapi nasti. Because every day is English day. Every day is French day. Every day is Tamil day. Every day has to be pratidinam Samskrita divasaha. Samskarasya divasaha. Bharatasya divasaha. Tadartham vayam sarve Sanskritam vadamaha. Sanskritam patamaha. Sanskritam sarvesham. Varga vishishta bhasha na. Sanskritam sarvesham. Sanskritam sarvatra anayamaha. Ityuktva viramami. Kendriya Samskrita Vishwavidyalaye Kulapati Varyaha Tatha Jeshtaha Atra Humanities Vibhagasya Pramukaha Tatha Bhavantaha Sarve Api Vibhinna Vishayanam Api Janaha Agatavantaha Vayam Sarve Api Sanskritam Pathamaha Sanskritam Vadamaha Iti Uktva Viramami Vadatu Sanskritam Jayatu Bharatam Vadatu Sanskritam वदतु संस्कृतम सर्वेभ्यः मम नमस्काराः।